Wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the LA Chargers. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Now ETN to start the drive. There he goes, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and to change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
Great job.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Throwing is Lance on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go.
A give to ETN running right. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, ETN once more. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And bringing it in, it's Davis. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this one too low. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender,
and it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Moore on the return. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to lose build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
The Lance now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry there, but they'll be left still with a 3rd and long situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on now, but when you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Gun. Go.
Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Travis Etienne. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ready.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Set.
Inside give to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On the double.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to the air, Mond. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Darius Davis, 71 yards. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Got an open man, it's Scott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Mon throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, here's Mon. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku. 40 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. York able to send this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's Mon. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Etienne up the middle, able to slither by. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On second down, Etienne once more. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On second down, Mon. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Mon looks to throw. A throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Mon. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Safe right.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Easy.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
that's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mon going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete pass.
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. York on now for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, I'm gone.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That one complete. It's tagged down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Lawrence. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are right back in this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Shot. 6. 7. Hustle. Ready?
And Lance going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Now for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready?
Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Faster.
And Lance now to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Lance. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Yellow.
Here's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow. Black Ultra.
Desperation time here. Lance. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And they take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
11, Agate. Hey, I'm gun.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From midfield, here's Lance. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On play action, Lawrence. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the ball comes out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here